Hello, everyone. How you doing? So welcome to first ever live demo of Formaloo. We were waiting for a few people to join, and now we can start. So I want to first thank you all for coming here and being a part of Formaloo community. And we hope to be able to provide a valuable service for you guys so you can create all the no-code tools that you need and you love with Formaloo very easily and in no time. So the goal of this webinar is to show you the new features of Formaloo that we developed in. We wanted to show you how Formaloo features are developing and what new features we are introducing in the last 2 months and in the next 2 months. So without further ado, let's dive in. So first thing that I want to share with you is how we develop new features, how we decide what features to be developed next and what features to add to Formaloo. As you all may know, so I want to share my screen. Let's wait for sharing to start. So as you can see, the way we develop each one of the Formaloo's features and how we prioritize them is based on Formaloo public roadmap. We value democracy and we value your feedback. So basically, every feature that we develop is based on the votes that you guys, everyone in Formaloo community provide for us. So we developed something called Formaloo roadmap. And you can see it on this page. It's on our website as well. And not only you can vote on features that other people previous to you voted on, and they are the candidates for the next features, you can suggest new ones as well, from next integrations, next field options, next widget options, and the features in general. And also, you can suggest new features. Anything that comes to your mind, anything that you see, any improvement, any UI improvement, anything that you feel like it's missing from Formaloo. Everything so far is developed based on the votes of you. Right now, I want to share what we have done in the past couple of months. Right now, we have around 70 active features in our backlog, and we are working on them in our team. A lot of them are already developed, and they are ready to use for you. And a lot of them are going to be released very soon. We categorize the features on a few things. One of the first things that we categorize is the category of which part of the Formaloo product it's based on. It's part of our databases, it's part of our views and app UI, it's an improvement, it's part of our mobile apps, it's integration, it's an improvement in general, anything, or it's a bug fix, or it's from our customer data platform and analytics point of view. And based on that, we calculate the effort of how much it will take us to develop that, to release that, from a small, medium to large, and the priority based on your votes. So this priority is based on your votes, basically. Anything that we currently are doing and anything that from near terms and urgent are part of what you voted so far. And you can see the progress here of which is complete, which is under review, which is in progress right now. For example, web app builder or reply button in emails. And you can release you can see when it's released and how far we are to release it to the public. So far in 2022, we are in February now. We have 3 public releases and 1 public release is coming next week, which is very exciting as well. And you can see it in announcement page. As you can see the voting of how it's structured. And right now, for example, translation options, which is coming next week, I'm happy to say, is have most votes. And the next field that we want to share, email verification field, signature field, checkpoints, address field, all of these are in development, and based on the priority, we'll release them first. And next, integrations. Google Sheet is already live, and PayPal is already live as well, and Twilio, Razorpay, Connectease, Integromat, now Make is this, and they are coming later. And you can see all this right here. So let's check on what we developed so far in the past 2 months. This is the familiar face of Formaloo dashboard. As you can see, you can go to templates, you can create your Formaloos here, and you can create folders. We make folders a lot better with better access management. Basically, you can right-click on it or on your form to see the access management point. With access management, you can manage access of each folder and form individually to your team. And here, you can see your team members. And you can put their images, and they can edit their profile as well. And you can see your team members and add them and give them the access that they will want. We have 5 access, from read-only for only people who are going to view your data, but not edit it, to editing responses, to editing forms and databases, to even deleting forms and databases, and full ownership of every folder. So you can share all of it with access management. The complementary part to that is our workspace management. Each one of you has your own workspace, and from this point, you see a workspace management. From this workspace management, you see all of your team members, all the invitations that you sent. I currently have none. And you can see how you can add new team members to your workspace. Only invite them by email or invite them by a link. And these will be added to your system and will be in your workspace, and you can use it for sharing anything in your workspace. The next great thing that we released recently is Google Sheet. So up until now, we had this. Let me go to one of the responses, and you can export the data to Google Sheet, which was fine, but it was not live. You had to do it every time that you wanted to kill and click on this button. We introduced a new one. Go to integrations and webhooks, and here you can see a button called Connect to Google Sheets. You will connect your Google or Google Workspace system to your Formaloo, and your data will be synced always. As you can see right now, I sync this data to a Google Sheet called App Builder. From the first thing, you will put the sheet title, not the file title, the sheet title, and the other is the URL of your spreadsheet. And it's done, as it will be always on, and every time you get a response, you will see it in your Google Sheet automatically as well. Another great thing is that PayPal is out of beta. So it's active for every account on Pro version of Formaloo. So in your payment methods, you will see that you can choose from Stripe that we had before and PayPal now. Everyone that were in beta user of PayPal before see no change because they were part of this. And everyone that wasn't part of the beta program for PayPal, they will see the PayPal option as well. We have the documentation on how to enable the integrations in your system, and you can check it on our knowledge base. But it's pretty simple. Client secret here, client ID here, and you're done. Another part is custom domains. We have this is one of the major features that we introduced in the past two months. Custom domains enables you to have a full custom domain of your form. For example, you can have this form that is basically before that formaloo.com or .net, it's like something to yourdomain.com. You can do it both ways. And the best thing is that we automatically issue a certification of SSL for each custom domains that is introduced to Formaloo. So you get it and there is no problem. You can choose one custom domain for all of your workspace right here. You can put your custom domain here. I connected nothing right now. And when you update the profile based on these instructions, you will see that your custom domains is set. Based on that, you can use your custom domains on each of your forms. For example, if my custom domain is yourdomain.com, I will see all of my form on this address. My form 1, my form 2, any address that I have. For example, contact us. And I see it this way. This is a great way if you have only one domain. But you want to have multiple domains. And I'm happy to say we support unlimited number of domains as well. For example, one of your forms, you wanted to have just one domain for this. And if you want to do that, click on that and go to share. And here you see customize link. Click on it and set a custom domain just for this. And this form will be in this domain or subdomain. And you can do this for each and every one of your forms. You can do both of those. You can have a default address for all of your forms and you can customize one of them. So basically, it couldn't get better than that. And you can have unlimited custom domains for every part of your organization. The separate thing that I wanted to mention is that sometimes you don't want to have your forms only on custom domains. You want to embed them, and you can embed them in this page as well. We support 4 methods of embeds, from links that you can see on each, from iframes that you can iframe to every web page, a script for every web page that supports JavaScript as well, and widget. From widget, you can have widgets like this in your system. I have to show, for example, like this in your system, and your forms will act as a widget on your service. Another great thing that I want to mention is that you have now more abilities to customize your designs and customize your forms. A few things I want to just mention, you can test them. For example, if I go to the settings, I can limit entry per IP. For example, you want for surveys to everyone to submit only once. You can limit them per IP, or better than that, you can turn this on and make, for example, your email field unique. So no one can put 2 emails that are the same here. You can do it with phone numbers and anything else. So you can make them unique as well. Sometimes you want a field to be just for you. For example, you want to have an status for your job applications. And you can create an status field and make it admin only. And and this is the icon for that. Your audience will not see this field. They will fill out the form, and you can edit the response and put the status for them yourselves or any one of your team members that has access to them. So it's a great thing to have data integrated with everything. In another part, in your setting, you can turn on tracking code. So each time an audience of you submit a form, they will get a tracking code, and not only they will get a tracking code, you will get them, and you can track them based on that. Another great thing is that you can connect forms together. For example, you are connecting, this is your first form, for example, for lead generation, and the second form is for order management. And you can send data of one form to another form with this. you can click and turn this on, and it will automatically send the data of this form, for example, name, email, phone number, to the second form. So your audience won't have to put another email, phone number, and name again. Pretty cool. And you can create various things with them. Another great thing that I wanted to mention is that in design, now you have more options. For example, in layouts, you can check from single column and responsive multi-column. Formaloo forms are automatically responsive based on the screen of your users. So it will show them a 2-column or single column each time they open in different devices. But if you don't like that, you can click on this, and every time that you open a form, it's always single column. You can shuffle fields. This is great for quizzes. So you can shuffle field orders or even choices in fields based on these 2 choices. And you can have quizzes, exams that are pretty standard and different each time you open it and each time your audience opens it. You can even use Google Fonts now. So you can change the font of your form with 1 click, and you can use it any way you want. And as always, you can edit anything else like colors, images, backgrounds, shadows, everything. Another great thing that I want to mention is our lookup field. Our lookup field is a way for you to create custom relational database. I give you an example. You see, this is in one of the apps that we are creating. I will have this form for putting lead info. I put the name of the people that I want, the email, everything that I want. And from the company info, I wanted to add multiple people for each company, for example, or the company is already in my database. So instead of putting a text field for a company name and different things, I use a system like that. So this is another form. This is another database that I can put a new company name, and I'll always have it, basically. You see? And these are the past companies that I put there. And I can add anything each time I want. So basically, I can create a relational database with that. And with the next integration of Formaloo, you can create something much more advanced with that as well. Another great thing is that since in the last 2 months, we not only introduced Pabbly integration, so you can create workflows with Pabbly as well. We became Zapier's Platinum partner. So you can use Formaloo in Zapier in much more new levels. So a lot of new integrations is unlocked on Zapier as well. And you can count on Formaloo as a Platinum Zapier partner in all of your workflows. Also, as always, we have webhooks, and you can turn them on and off as you wish, and they are pretty dynamic, and you can use it in any way that you want. Another cool thing that I want to mention is our presentation mode, which you see here. You can have live presentations mode in Formaloo. What are those? These are great for creating online courses, roadmaps, online quizzes, live Q&As, live surveys that you want to share the result of a survey live with your audience. As you can see, this is, again, our roadmap page, and you can see live how many people voted to what, and it will update as we speak in live example. This is very popular in educational institutes, in events, exhibitions, and you can do very cool things with them. As you can see, these are all live. Another great thing is that we introduced a new version of our mobile app builder. So you can create full mobile application with Formaloo as well. So for example, check this out. This is an active application from Formaloo, and you can download and test it yourselves. And you can create various applications with Formaloo the same way you use to create databases and forms. And you can have, for example, courses, quizzes, lives, tables, anything you want. And you can customize it in any way that you want. A great news is that this is coming to web as well. This is an application as well in Formaloo. And as you can see, you can have different views, different custom data, different charts, different reports even, and even pages as you want to add anything you want. And you can have data here, and this data is live as well. And you can forms, different lookup fields. You can create any app that you set your mind to with Formaloo very soon. This part is coming soon. It's one of our next big updates. It's called App UI. This changed the way you work with Formaloo tremendously, and you have the abilities to create major things. So let me check if I didn't miss anything. So as here and everything, yeah, our logic got a lot better. We now support multiple required paths and multiple logic options, redirect logic to different choices, anything on that front. Our API is updated with various endpoints to, for example, dynamic choice fetch from different data sources, connecting to more data sources than before, and even giving a different type of access from different type of clients. Everything is now very dynamic from our API and SDK if you are a developer and want to develop your system as Formaloo as a central database in their backend. So I think I covered a lot of the things that we published in the last 2 months. I want to talk to you about the most important things that we want to work in the next 2 months. In the next 2 months, we are not only launching our app builder for web as well, that you can work with it and you can use it. We will launch a few major features. For example, one of the things is translation is coming this week. Custom emails is coming soon. So you can create your own custom emails in any customization that you want instead of the notification emails that we have right now. And you can change anything. You can put data, reports, anything on it. And we are introducing the new version of Calculate, with multiple variables, with estimation options, with reservation options, and a lot of cool things that you can create powerful, complex, for example, psychotherapy calculations, quote calculations, anything on that nature, you can do it with Formaloo. And that comes with multiple success pages, so you can see end your forms based on the calculation of everything. You can now use logic for that, but for calculation based on, for example, personality type, you can end the form differently for each segment of your audience. Also, custom PDF builder is coming, so you can create your own certificates and give them to your audience. Create any kind of report with PDF, make audience, anything like that. Partial submit and auto-save is coming soon. It's sooner than the other things because it's already developed. And you can submit data and see the drop-off rates and see the partial data that is submitted. And you can save the procedures and process that each one of your users had on each form and save it and use it so they can jump back again and continue to work on their forms or applications. Advanced Report Maker will enable you to create powerful charts. Not only the chart that you see right now, you can create business intelligence reports So for example, comparing different fields, comparing different ideas, different numbers, different things, anything that you with, for example, or Tableau, Advanced Report Maker will make it simpler to create custom charts based on different data. And I'm happy to say from starting next week, you can from Excel from any platform. So if you already have data, for example, in Google Sheet, in a Typeform, JotForm, anything, any other platform, you can import not only your forms, but all your responses as well. And you can have it and start working with Formaloo from not 0, from 100. And the other thing that we are working on is answer piping. So you can see answers of your users and use it to create your workflows on the go. I think that these features will help a lot to make your experience much, much better and save you a lot of time on creating forms and creating databases and even applications with Formaloo. So let me stop sharing. So everything I wanted to explain, I can kind of did, but I'm eager to hear your feedbacks or any questions that you have on the process, on Formaloo, on each one of these features that we are introduced. Pretty great a few months, and Formaloo is much more upgraded right now, as you can see. But I'm very excited for the next 2 months because a large update is coming. It's called Formaloo 3. It's so big, it's kind of make what we have right now just the first step. So you can create fabulous things with Formaloo very soon. So if anyone have any questions, I think we have a little time left. We can have that. And I want to thank you everyone to join us and to see Formaloo in action. And I want to thank everyone for supporting Formaloo so far in our community. So happy to hear from you. Okay, in chats, let me open the chats. So I will read it like a stack. CSS customization is already developed and it's in beta. So people are testing it, but publicly it will be launched, I think, next week or sooner because beta test is going pretty well. So custom CSS is coming, and I'm happy to say not only custom CSS is coming, custom JavaScript is coming. So you can add, for example, tracking codes, Google Analytics, Google Tag Manager, Mixpanel, heap, segment, anything you want to Formaloo. Customer portal, where does customer portal fall in the roadmap? Customer portal is one of the great things that people are doing with Formaloo, and they are creating the app. When we launched the app builder, you can create customer portal with logins, with different views, anything like that with Formaloo. Will there be a possibility to import my forms from JotForm? Yes, starting next week, you can import all of your forms and responses. And thumbs up for PDF Builder. Yes, it's coming soon. Pretty cool. And you have a lot of customizations. And the app UI is cool. Thank you very much. And I cannot wait for you guys to see it. Live presentation as well. Yes. Please integrate it with Connectors. Connectors is already on roadmap. Please vote on it. So because a couple of things are ahead of that, but we will develop it very soon. And I think it's one of the top 5 integrations that we have right now that in the voting area. So please vote on it and we will do it. Can we use the lookup field as validation? For example, an email field that only accepts if that the others already exist. Well, I'm happy to say we already developed this. It's coming in a few weeks, and we are introducing a feature called acceptable answers. With acceptable answers, you can, in every field, not only lookup field, you can have acceptable answers, and the only value that is accepted if it's, for example, a user is in your database. So yes, you can do that. Not only with the lookup, with everything. Can we restrict or filter rows returned from another form? Yes. Filters on lookup fields and filters in general are both coming. So you can filter your database and you can write even queries without the coding. Basically, it's a visual thing that to filter and run anything that you want. Is the tracking code automatically generated? Yes, and we are right now. We automatically generate a unique tracking code that you can use from different services, and it's compatible with connecting different services as well. Can we customize next previous buttons? Yes, this week or next week, because it's already developing and it's in beta test, so you can customize any text on your forms, not only this, any button, any text, and you can translate it or customize it in general. Google Sheet is saying, awesome, thank you very much. And can we soon get the embed code for each graph so we can iframe into web page? Yes, it's coming in the app UI as well. Is the roadmap is created with using Formaloo? Yes, of course, and you will see it soon. Did you develop this roadmap in-house? Again, yes, it's a Formaloo app builder. I'm very excited for this. Yeah, you will see it. Awesome. And can you remove Formaloo logo? Yeah, from presentation mode. Yes, this is coming from with that as well. So this customization will be added, so you can turn it on and off when you are embedding or if you are using in general. Also, we are using custom domains for that as well, so you can do that as well. Awesome. So I think I answered most of the questions. But if anyone have any questions, I'm happy to answer that. If I did miss something, because I was scrolling pretty fast, please ask again, so I didn't miss it. But overall, the possibilities that you can work with Formaloo is much, much greater than what we had, for example, 6 months ago. And right now you can create stuff that not only for developers, it's for every no-code developer out there that wanted to create something cool for their systems or create something totally in-house with Formaloo. How do we add workspaces and how many workspaces can we add? So we currently have, you can have multiple workspaces in Formaloo and add more, but multiple workspaces is not introduced in right now. It's only in enterprise, but we are adding that to pro as well. So I think you will have it soon. Awesome. Thank you very much. And thank you for everyone to joining. And a little bit about what will happen next. It's that we don't want the Formaloo app builder to be just another app builder, because Formaloo is prominently a data collection and data analytics company. We want to create data analytics applications as well. So every app that is developed with Formaloo will automatically have data analytics capabilities as well. So you can reduce your development time by 80% or 90% as well. So I think the last question is, can I create a form that allows people to pay any amount? They can choose the amount. Yes, we already have that. I think you can do that with the Formaloo calculation and product field and payment gateway integration. Yeah, I think you can do that, and with a number point. I think you can do that, but I will check with our team. Another thing is coming, I don't know if I mentioned this or not, is in-house reservation options. So you can reserve, for example, if a choice is taken, you can, and the choice cannot be taken again. So you can create a reservation option for your business, for example, for meetings, for classes, for anything that you want with Formaloo in-house as well. Glad you go into database and data analytics way. Yes, yes. Data analytics is pretty developer driven so far, but we want to introduce it as a no-code solution, and it's going great. And you can create powerful reports and dashboards and admins and portals with Formaloo very soon. That is data driven. Awesome. Thank you very much, everyone. It was a great demo meeting, and I learned a lot from your feedback. And I'm very excited for you guys to be part of, to see the next version of Formaloo very soon. I want to thank you everyone for joining this webinar, and we will do this more often, every month, every couple of weeks. And I want to see you all very, very soon. Have a great day, everyone, and thank you for being part of Formaloo.